Greetings from the land of Canada, my name is Nooch, and welcome back to another episode of the Road to 6K. And today I'm playing Silencer Support post-game commentary. So you guys are going to see some extra little production here. I just run around, I see people's perspectives and stuff. But, you know, that kind of happens sometimes. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to do live commentaries. I kind of want to just, like, you know, focus and, you know, maybe provide you guys with a little bit of commentary afterwards, with how the game went and how it could have been better. Now right here, I actually tried to do exactly this, where, you know, I was sitting there, smoked, I wanted to break his smoke. I'm going to try to figure out a better position to go and break his smoke in, so that when he immediately places his ward, I can deward it and break his smoke as well, so that he doesn't have time to react. Because when I broke his smoke there, he knew that I was there, and he reacted by not placing his ward. And, you know, I'm normally, not normally, but if I position myself better, I'm going to probably be able to get him as he places the ward, and it's more guaranteed. But instead, I'm just going to waste a sentry ward, and we lose another ward as well. So that kind of sucks. We're off to a rough start, we'll say. We're off to a rough start, which, I mean, being 100 gold down, I mean, who it doesn't really matter. It's not that big a deal. But yeah, this is my Silencer support game. I think that Silencer and Pudge is, like, not the worst duo, you know? They kind of have some decent synergies, because say that Pudge hooks somebody and dismembers them. The dismember is, how long does this? It's 4 seconds, huh? Dismember lasts 4 seconds or 3 seconds, so there's a small window in there for when they can cast spells before I get my silence off, unless I use my global. But yeah, I guess it's maybe not the best duo. The reason why I like it is because they both scale off of kills. Not mainly because of gold, but because of stats. So if you go for assists a lot and you gank and you have like some good team presence, you should actually be decent as the support duo. Now we see that there's a Legion commander off lane, and this is a relatively easy hero to zone, to be completely honest. If you're just 2 heroes in that lane, it's a lot harder, because he can basically go passive and start trading right clicks with you. And he can also get his Q and nuke both of you plus the creep wave at some point if you guys position badly. And like, he's a fairly safe offlaner because his W allows him to dodge like that. Like, he just nuked both my hard carry as well as my support duo. But like right here, I kind of wanted to wait for his debuff to go down and then kill him. But as you can see there, he actually just straight up TPs to base. Now, he had about half of his HP left and a bunch of regen. I just sort of advanced there so that I could see if he had TP'd to the tier 1 tower, which, to be honest, I think that would have been better. I think if you're an offlaner and you have a bunch of regen and you also have a TP scroll, and like you're aware that there's the offlane support duo have no stuns, which, I mean, that's probably the biggest problem with this this support duo, is that we literally have no stuns besides Hook. Which, I mean, Hook can cancel TP. So until we get our level 2s, we're pretty much useless at killing this this Legion commander, as long as he has his TP up. Which right now it's on cooldown. But this is gonna be one of those games where I wonder why my mid lane TA loses against the mid lane Puck on the other team. The mid laner on the other, like, Puck gets countered by TA just because you're never really able to farm the lane. TA can kind of just deny everything and farm everything with her damage and like her side blades very easily, and Puck doesn't have too much to contest with that, besides just using using your nukes to get him. Also, Pudge getting his level 2 from this camp, pretty important. He's gonna be able to pick up the first blood on the Legion commander there. The other thing, the reason why TA has such a favorable matchup versus Puck, is that you can kind of flash farm a lot easier. Like, even if you do lose your lane, which, I mean, he's losing it pretty hard right now, you can still just fall back to the jungle and get like every single, like, you can catch up. You can catch up a lot faster than Puck, who needs to, like, basically bottle Crow to have the regen to be able to farm the jungle, which excuse me, for Puck, you don't really want to be using your spells to farm jungle. You want to farm heroes with that mid laner. So like ganking a lot as Puck is very important when you get your 6, and it also like solo killing the mid laner with Puck, because you have such high magic damage. And that's another thing. That's another reason why TA kind of counters Puck, is because Puck just block. Well, no, TA just blocks all of Puck's nuke damage, and that's pretty much the end of it. Doing a poor job of last hitting here. It's no big deal though. I ended up getting the range creep. That's the one that is worth the most XP. I should probably be looking at my mid laner right now because the Puck is kind of overextending a little bit. Maybe could have TP'd in there and looked for a kill. I felt like I shouldn't be bothering too much in that lane though. Like I shouldn't have to help the mid lane TA against the Puck, to be honest. Which, I mean, if it's necessary, I should have done it, to be honest. But we appear to be doing okay elsewhere on the map. I mean, my Weaver's free farming, which he only has 20 last hits, which is now that I'm seeing it, really bad. I don't like how he only has 20 last hits at 4 minutes. I should probably be spam pinging him like, come on, bro. Like, look at the Monkey King. He's got at least 10 last hits more than you. Right here, I just didn't want to let the Puck know that I was there. Maybe he tries to throw out an orb to get a kill on the TA. Maybe we trade kills. Actually, that's not the best. Which, that's the thing. Puck doesn't have a lot of armor. So right-clicking him actually is pretty effective. Now here, we actually managed to go and gank him a little bit. Pretty solid hook from the Pudge. And as you can see, the Puck actually dodges my silence. Very good play by him. I feel like if instead of using his Waning Rift, if he used his Illusory, I'm done. And look, I love how he TP's out the second he sees the Earthshaker coming in, and he still makes him waste his stun. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, but yeah, I bet if he used Illusory Orb, he could have been okay. He may have been okay. Who knows? And then our offlaner dies, which I don't think the Timbersaw had much of an impact this game. Much like this Legion Commander. Welcome to the world of the offlaner, where you need to actually be good at the game to have an impact. You can't just sit in a lane and get free farm because your supports are, you know, babysitting the crap out of you. I don't think that Timbersaw needs extra support in this lane. I think that hero, you just need to be like sort of sneaky with him. If you can just leech as much XP as possible with that hero, you can get kills. You know, you can get kills pretty effectively once you get your levels, and that's your way of catching up. And you can also just get your ultimate and farm the jungle. So that's pretty key. So I'm only level 3. It's 6 minutes in. It's not the biggest deal. I think we end up killing this guy right here. I see my Weaver coming in, so it's probably guaranteed. He actually snipes him with the swarm here. I feel like he could have dodged that slightly if he saw it coming. He didn't react fast enough though, and then he just gets chewed apart by the bug. And then since we're 4 heroes here, we're gonna be able to pick up the kill on this Puck as well. I don't actually think I was in range to steal the intelligence from the Earthshaker, which is unfortunate. It's why I only have 4 intelligence stolen with 3 assists. Which, it's not the end of the world, but it is like a decent... It's less helping me, and more it's just I want to hinder Earthshaker. That hero loves his mana pool, basically. He relies on it, he depends on it. So if I'm able to cripple that somehow, it's actually very effective in being able to, you know, help us win the game. So, here comes Puck, back in the mid lane. I mean, TA versus Puck. I don't see how the Puck is able to have 50 last hits in this lane. It's kind of sad, I guess. Maybe the TA just doesn't know how to play that matchup. I feel like the TA has a point in his meld. He does. You don't ever go meld. If you're playing, you don't ever go meld, dude. That is not the play. If you go meld versus Puck, like what's the point? He's gonna phase shift dodge your meld. Meanwhile, if he phase shift dodges your right click, you still have that charge. You still have that charge of damage. So, and then you just block all of his nuke damage with your shield, and even then his right clicks do a lot, but you can still dodge them. Anyway, it's a 6.5k average game. That's the reason why I'm kind of being a little bit critical of my teammates, because I kind of expected a little bit. But that's the thing, they bounced back. Like you can see, my Weaver caught up in farm. He's even got a kill. I think he's got 2 kills actually. Yeah, he's got 2 kills, which is really nice. And my TA is going to be able to go just jungle Ancients and catch up that way. I really wanted to TP in on this tower to see if maybe I can defend it. The problem with this play is that nobody else is in position to help me. which I mean I'm gonna do it anyways, just because I don't like letting tier 1 towers just die like that. I feel like maybe if I, you know, just disrupt it a little bit, like I get a two-man that thing right there, and I made him use 2 spells, so that's actually a lot of damage. And now we have Weaver TPing in, and that guy's gonna be silenced as well. And he actually used Sakuchi before he went and finished his teleport, so he didn't have the entire duration of his spell. Also, shoutouts to the Swarm for being a beast spell, and also shoutouts to this TA for having this monstrous rotation that I didn't realize. And it's only +2 on the Monkey King, and because I have 3 armor, I survived that last tower hit. If I had 2 armor, I don't think I lived that dive at all. But looks like, yeah, see, that's the thing. That's the thing right there with Meld. That's like decent, but then he gets a deny off anyways, which is really good. He kind of destroyed that Earthshaker, and it looks like he can maybe get the kill here. Yeah, he doesn't want to overextend too much because they still have a lot of spells, but you know, getting the kill on Earthshaker might be good. Everybody's super low, and TA is kind of overextending right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he just gets dueled and died. That's what I was thinking. I was hoping that maybe I could run up and maybe help out my Weaver a little bit. I could have got a 3-man curse there. That could have been clutch. I backed out too late though. 3-man curse is actually pretty nice. Just the damage. It's really annoying for them. Right now I'm just last hitting from the low ground. I'll take that 25% chance. I don't care. I need those last hits, dog, and I don't want to overextend.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So that ward just died. I'm gonna go and replace it because we kind of need runes to bounce back in this game. We're kind of behind on farm. We're ahead on kills, but if you look at the farm, it's really not good. And he really messed up his chain there. Like, I don't think this Timbersaw is very good at this hero, it seems. Which, like I said, 6.5k average is kind of upsetting, but don't worry, Dr. Nooch is here to carry. I actually do a pretty decent job of being like a position 5 support this game, and you know, I'm buying wards, I'm positioning well. You'll see my score at the end of the game and why I think that it's a good support game. Right here, this guy's looking to glimpse me, and we actually have Pudge coming in. Oh no, it's Timbersaw. And like, look at that. How does he miss his ulti there? How does he miss his ulti there? It actually just turns into a kill. And I'm pretty sure that I get out there, but like, no, I definitely don't get out here. I overextended so hard. Yeah, oh well. That's the Timbersaw playing bad. Right there, I was kind of clicking on him like, what? Here, I'm actually gonna click on his profile here. See what's up. Apparently he has 6,000 hours played. He looks like a support player, honestly. If you're a support player, don't play a hard hero like Timbersaw with a bunch of skill shots. Like, play something like Earthshaker where you kind of can just position yourself well and still win games. Like, Timbersaw is not about positioning. Timbersaw is about hitting your spells. Also, still only 46 last hits on my mid lane TA. Like I said, we're winning the war in terms of kills, but in terms of CS, we're losing terribly. And I'm just trying to get as much vision right now as possible for my team, because I had like a sort of a game sense feeling that we were weak here. We were pretty weak, honestly. And like right here, I saw that I'm just waiting for this arcane rune. I kind of want my just anybody on my team to get it. Like even the Timbersaw getting it is good. Also, I saw the ward get placed there. So when I have my boots get sent out to me, I'm also going to use the courier to scout the high ground, and I'm going to be able to deward that. Because I already lost the vision from the sentry ward, and I'm not placing 2 rune wards. So, man, I just have my mouse over this last hit counter, and it's kind of like Weaver carries us so hard this game. It's crazy, actually. Like, the TA just does not have much impact. And neither does this guy. He just overextends past the... 3 points in Timber Chain, 2 points in Reactive Armor. That's tough. That's tough. But yeah, I go and I deward it just then. It's not the most exciting gameplay. I kind of just wanted to see the Timbersaw feed his lane, but I kind of had to make plays this game if we wanted to win. And I needed to be very proactive with my abilities. I can't just, you know, hold on to it forever. I need to go for high risk, high reward plays. Or medium risk, high reward plays, I think is one good way of putting it. But yeah, 33 lasts on this guy, 62. Like, it sucks when your mid laner gets passed by their off laner. But like, shit like that happens on occasion. Right here, like, the puck plays very well in being able to dodge that. I don't think that we can ever get this kill. And maybe if I like tanked tower a little bit, maybe we go and are able to get a kill there. Right there, I think if he lands his hook, I might live there, but I just try to do as much damage as possible before I peace out. He ended up hitting me with his glimpse, so that's why I canceled my TP. But now we have, once again, Weaver bailing us out of like the worst situation. Now he's gonna stick an ultimate, and he's thinking about going for the guy. No, dude. Why would I do that? Awful. Filming. Okay. So like TA dying there sucks even more. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. But, you know, this Weaver is doing other things, you know. This Weaver's kind of just in the zone right now. It's kind of good. Now right here I was debating using my ultimate. I was like, yeah, you know, he just got hooked, right? I didn't that was not necessary for me to use my ultimate there. I kind of see that, you know. Which it's a bit of a mind game, you know. Like they're probably going to want to play aggressive now that they see that I don't have my ultimate. So that's kind of what we want them to do. We kind of want them to keep overextending because their heroes scale better with farm. Our heroes are very good with last hits. I mean, with experience and stuff. And kills. We want to get kills, you know. We have Pudge and Silencer. If we get kills, we get Flesh Heap stacks. If we get kills, we get Intelligence stacks, you know. Like, it's really good. He got +1, I got +2. So we want to go for kills. If they can overextend into us, it's not the worst case scenario. Even if my ultimate's down. And yeah, I misplay with my ultimate a couple of times this game, but it's all about just presence, you know. If I don't use it for something, it's gonna be wasted because it's a very long cooldown. And like right there, I probably would have used it on the Legion Commander. I feel like not using spells is kind of a waste. Right here, he actually does a bunch of damage to him. I don't end up getting this guy's intelligence, I think. No, I definitely do. And then we go for more here. And that's another plus. So 2 kills and a tower for a Pudge. And we're slowly taking the lead in this game. TA has caught up in farm. Has caught up very well in farm, so that's kudos to him. That's what it means to be a high level player. Is that having a rough start doesn't mean the end of your game, you know? You need to know the avenues of catching up. You need to know the avenues of being able to, you know, swing the golden XP graphs your way. And that's what TA does. That's what TA does well. I mean, he's like a 7K player or something. I was kind of like on his case a bit before in this commentary, but you know, that's just because I didn't notice it during the game, and even during the game, I realized that like people have ways of coming back, and it's not the end of the world if their lane is lost, because if we make plays as a team, we can definitely, you know, find our way back into the game and even grant a lead for ourselves. So I'm building Medallion this game. I see they have a lot of physical damage. Monkey King, Legion Commander, even Puck right clicks pretty hard. And like, I don't know, even Earthshaker with his enchantment, his enchant totem is a lot of physical damage. And I decided that it's kind of better than a Glimmer Cape this game. It's cheaper. It gives me some mana regen, and it's good for my teammate. Now here, I thought that he was going in. I see him going in like that, so I blow my silence, and I was a bit slow there on that reaction. But he ends up overextending anyways. You can call this space because we are getting the mid tower from this. And he ends up being caught out. I think he just gets silenced and everything. I should have probably been watching what he was doing. So that's my second ultimate that didn't have the highest impact. But you could see that I'm definitely like trying, you know, like I'm not just I could have smarter ultimates. That's the thing. I could definitely have smarter ultimates. I could also farm that camp. I should have. Seeing a Satyr camp is actually really good. And we see Disruptor running in. He's probably going to de-ward that pretty quickly because he saw me TP there. Which, maybe not. Maybe that's just a sneaky ward that he's not going to be able to find. Which I love putting in sneaky wards that are like half obvious, so they go and they try to de-ward it with a bunch of sentries. I mean, I do that all the time and I feel terrible doing it, but eventually I find their ward. And Pudge is ultra dead. It's unfortunate. Gets a little bit of extra damage on the Legion Commander. It's not the end of the world though. We definitely caught up on our TA. Weaver fell behind a little bit, but like now that the TA is actually ahead in farm, it's looking a lot better for us this game. Just once again, Pudge as a support isn't the most useful thing, and we have very little stuns, if any. We only have Pudge as a stun, so maybe getting Silencer in the draft maybe wasn't the best option. But it's a pub game, you know. Most people don't like communicate that certain punishes are more devastating than others. Like if everybody just carries a TP scroll this game, they're like, I think we've lost like 1 or 2 kills already just from them TPing out because we have no stuns. But I felt like Silencer was the right decision this game just because we needed some level of CC. And, you know, Silencer does a pretty good job. I mean, a global silence, silencing every hero on the map pretty much instantly. And then getting like a good slow off and then another huge silence after plus a nuke. The hero's very useful. Okay, right there, I saw him get I saw him get ultied there. I did not want to fight this. I should have just told him to back, but he kind of got excited and managed to get initiated on. If he would have kept running, if he would have just disengaged off of that, they would have wasted like Echo Slam basically off of that. Right now we're like smoked right now. We're not smoked, but we have an Invis Pudge. Invis Pudges can get some work done, you know, like they're very scary. It's essentially a free kill most of the time. Pudges with haste and or an Invis rune, very powerful, very strong heroes. But it's like he needs to land a hook here, which I mean, it's exactly what he's doing, I guess. Boom, Dunzo La Brunzo. I'm surprised he didn't ulti there. I think it was because he knew that, you know, they had some backup. Maybe he didn't want to get initiated on. Just getting that damage in was more important. And right now, since they know that Monkey King is at like half HP or slightly over half HP, it's good for us to initiate here. And they don't really overcommit to this tower, but we end up finding the Earthshaker anyways. And then Puck goes in, manages to dodge the Arcane Curse. And we're just basically chasing right now. And Pudge makes a monstrous hook on the Monkey King, which kind of wins us the fight. Timbersaw overextends like he usually does. Wasn't relying on that hero too much this game, but, you know, it's no big deal. We ended up getting a courier somehow. Not entirely sure what happened. And I'm just literally chilling here, you know, looking for the tower kill. I mean, I was actually playing with the courier, but... Oh, dude, did you see how both of those creeps died as the hook passed through them? That was crazy. Oh, man. Okay, so I got my medallion now. This gives me a lot of armor and also gives my teammates a lot of armor. That's another reason why I got it, is because we also have a lot of physical damage on our team. Weaver and TA benefit a lot from the medallion. And I think I clicked on my Pudge at one point and I realized that he also has a medallion. It's not the biggest deal to have 2 medallions on the team. Like it's not like having 2 Shadow Blades. Having 2 Shadow Blades on the same team is so bad. Like people are just getting insane value out of their detection at that point. And I should probably be using these sentry wards a bit more liberally, just so that I can, you know, give us some good map control. Which, I mean, I still have my ultimate here, and I saw this guy getting initiated on. There was no point in using my ult there because I was a bit slow on it, and it wasn't. I basically wasn't fast enough to save him, and it would have been the waste of an ultimate. Which, I mean, I still have it now, and I tell my teammates, like, I'm like, sorry guys. You kind of got 4-man ganked there. It's really hard to stop that from happening. If I would have seen it coming. Like, if I would have been like, oh, they're smoked, we had a ward there, and we knew that they were smoked, then I would have been like, okay, I would have been ready. I would have had my finger on the trigger. Like there, I tried to get him. There, I tried to, like, you know, save them a little bit. Once again, I was also a bit slow, but we end up picking up a return kill. He doesn't get the plus damage because of my ultimate, and Earthshaker kind of just waddled in to die there. And right here, I was like, okay, they probably have wards here since they just, you know, smoke ganked my hard carry. But manages to make it back. Manages to make it back, and now there's actually some stuff happening top, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I should probably TP in here. Weaver barely making it out. And right here, I'm like, right here, I accidentally misclick on the tower. I misclicked it on it again. Right now, I'm trying to deny the tower. I'm trying to deny the tower, and then I realized that it's giving us armor, and it's also doing damage. So I was like, fuck it, maybe I'll just leave the tower there. And I feel like I should have not wasted my right clicks like that. To be honest, I didn't even have any points in my my glaives, so my right clicks weren't doing that much in that fight anyways, but I definitely could have focused more on casting spells there. Nobody ends up dying though. Maybe if I got the deny, maybe if I got that last hit on the tower, it would have been actually better. Then it would have been better than me just not committing to the deny. Now that I think about it, maybe I was doing the right thing, because right after that I was like, huh, maybe I could have had more impact that fight if maybe I just hit heroes instead. But it turns out that it didn't matter, and I actually just gave the disruptor a last hit. So I should have just, you know, focused on what I was doing. Right here, I'm trying to gauge the distance between when the tower has a buff on it and when it doesn't, because there's a really low-key patch right now that went down that says the more heroes you have around a tower, I think it's a tier 2 and a tier 3 tower only. I don't think tier 1s benefit from it. Actually, I think every tower benefits from it now that I think about it. And they every tower gains +3 armor from each hero that stands within, like, I don't know, it's like a 1500 radius. Pudge sniping that hook. That's actually so good to be able to, like, get kills like that. Like, some people are like, oh, you know, get your mid laner the kill, you know, he's kind of your carry, it's kind of better. But if you but the thing is, Pudge needs to be able to make long range hooks like that, because he basically secured the kill. TA could have got glimpsed there, could have maybe not finished the kill, you know, maybe he gets static fielded and you can't run past him. But essentially what happened there is he got the kill to get the Flesh Heap stack. Flesh Heap has a very low range in which where if you don't get the kill, you don't get the Flesh Heap stack. That's kind of what happens in most cases. Like, if you get assists, if you're, like, somewhat outside the radius, which I'm gonna check it right now to see what the radius. Yeah, it's tiny. It's like looks like 500 almost. Right here, I said that, you know what, I'm gonna help my Weaver get this kill, and you know, it worked out. Worked out pretty well. He doesn't get his blink off. It was impossible unless he unless he spammed blink in the direction he was facing. I've done that before. You can actually get frame perfect. What are they called? Blinks out that way. And, like, I've blinked out of Chronosphere as a puck, you know? I use phase shift, I get Chronosphere, and then I just blink and I spam blink in the direction that I'm facing. And right now we get once again the Timbersaw overextending, but, you know, with all of our damage right now, they overextend as well, and we're kind of able to get the job done. Here I decided that I really, like, need to position myself on the high ground. I kind of need to overextend here. So walking through the Monkey King ultimate, it's not the end of the world. So I need to be able to go and help my team and also potentially get stuff. Also, by the way, immediately just fucking gets his what's it called? Gets his Aegis expired. Did you guys see that? See how that his Aegis expired the second he gets dueled? That's crazy. That shit only happens in 6K, I think. Oh, maybe not. I guess it happens around all skill brackets, but it's rare when it does. It's pretty crazy. But we end up getting the tower. Look at that, you know, more map control for us. We take out their shrines. All of a sudden, they don't have ways of smoke ganking our ancients. They don't have ways of going into defend Roshan real quick. And we can play around the predictability that they get, where they kind of just need to be in the top part of the map the whole time if Roshan is up. Because if they show bottom and they don't have boots of travel, then all of a sudden Roshan becomes a huge factor for us, and we can kind of get it without much contest without much of a contest. Without being contested. I was gonna say contention. I'm sure that that's the word. Yeah, without much contention. And yeah, shows how dumb I am. Rawful. Anyway, I'm level 15, guys. I only have 2 deaths. I've been kind of playing as safe as I could this game. Just want to provide some, you know, backline DPS for us. I have let my front line jump in, do some damage, and if they ever initiate on somebody, I counter initiate with my ultimate. And that's essentially the game plan. Like right here, I was debating it. I don't know if you guys saw me cancel my ultimate. If I would have seen more heroes, I would have just let it rip. And my TA is just like super upset that, you know, maybe he lost his mid lane. Maybe he got out farmed for half the game. But, you know, he's bounced back. That's what counts. We don't have 2 Desolators, you know, we're better than that. What was that? What was that? Where those ancients come from? Who knows? Maybe it was the Timber Saw that just ran past them. All right. So this is gonna be one of those games where like we just want a team fight. We just want a team fight all the time. We have like a very good like pick off lineup. Where, you know, going to smoke gank and picking off one target and pushing off of that is very beneficial. They have some strong teamfight ultimates, but that's where I come in, you know. I kind of just disrupt their entire plans by just pressing R. So if they're halfway through an initiation, like Earthshaker goes in, Echo Slams, and I just press R. I feel like getting good with Silencer would actually be a really good way of getting MMR. Just because, you know, you have such high impact from a support position. The only thing is, if you miss your ultimate, it could be game losing because that thing is so strong. And they're all, it's good because they kind of need BKBs at some point to counter you. And since we're all physical damage, BKBs don't give any armor, doesn't give any help against physical damage whatsoever. It gives you like 200 HP or something. I don't even think the Ogre Club gets scaled like better. Like here. Let's go to BKB. Yeah, it's only 10 strength. Like 10, the only thing that you get from it is the magic immunity. Which I mean, it's pretty strong. Right here I was like, screw it, I'm not wasting my ultimate on this guy, he's super dead. Nobody's TPing in to help him anyways. And I believe that it turns out to play a, maybe not a big part, but a part in our upcoming victory. Good part in our upcoming victory. We kind of give up this tower to push our the bot lane. And you know, we kind of have to just give that up. We know that there's a huge gank squad up there. Like their whole team is there basically. I don't know where the Monkey King is, but like that's just like everybody never ever knows where the Monkey King is, just because fuck, he could be on any tree, he could be disguised as any tree. You know, like what if he gets a Quelling Blade? Like what if he gets a Battle Fury and he cuts a tree and he just stands right there, you know? You can't even be like, oh, that tree's out of place. It's like the tree is exactly where it needs to be. You need to accidentally click on the tree to be able to figure out where he is. But that's just the strength of the hero. I gotta get better at warding, man. Warding is so powerful in this game. There's double damage there. I would like it if one of my carry players picked it up. Like the Weaver. Which, I mean, it looks like he's making his way over to it now. I kind of want to just go in on this. I see Timbersaw go in. Watch this, watch this. Okay, alright, never mind. I thought that would have been kind of good because the Legion Commander is looking to duel me. Which then he sees that literally TA is right there. And TA pops his BKB. You know, probably not the... Well, the thing is, it's decent because, like, if he gets counter-initiated on and the Legion was just baiting, he didn't know that Legion was just overextending, so it actually was a good BKB. Right there, we end up getting the kill on that guy. Check this out. Right here, I just needed one miss. I needed one miss from this guy, and that was it. I evaded his attack because of my Solar Crest. And I end up living, and we end up picking up this kill, and I end up stealing his intelligence, I believe. No, I don't. I don't even get the intelligence there. It's no big deal, though. Because he you know, my team takes him out. See, that's the thing. That's what our team does, you know. We just chase so hard. We get one pick off, and then we just chase people down, and that's what the strength of our lineup is. If the other team was if the other team was better, if they were more coordinated, they would be able to do a lot more smoke ganks like the one that they did on our Weaver before. Because we do not go well as a team when one of us dies first. And like they have very, very strong team fight. And I believe that that's pretty much the end of the game. And you saw right there, I kind of had my silence queued up on him already. I don't know why we're not going for this kill. I feel like that was a pretty easy kill for us. If he had a Yule's, well, that's the thing. He kind of messed up. We kind of just countered all of his stuff. He didn't have a BKB. His blink wasn't up. The only thing that's keeping him alive is his phase shift. He's already proven that he doesn't know how to properly, well, not properly, but there's some really interesting ways of using Puck to you know, escape certain, like the hero is all about just escaping and like forcing heroes to overextend and just getting damage over time. So yeah, the way that you can basically position yourself so that you can blink out of anything is that before you phase shift, you right click the direction you want to face and then you phase shift. So what happens is while you phase shift, like you have to pretty much do it at the same time. While you're phase shifted, your turn rate goes. So you do your turn rate, you turn towards the direction you're facing, and then as you're in phase shift. So then what happens is you can just blink in that direction, you spam it as hard as you want, and nothing can stop you ever. Like even if there's infinite damage at that point, you're still able to get your blink off if you're facing the right direction. If you're facing the right direction and your blink's off a cooldown, you will always be able to blink it in that direction because you don't have to have any turn rate at all. You're straight up just blinking out of your invincibility, and it works 100% of the time if your blink's off cooldown. And like I said, I've blinked out of Chronosphere. Chronosphere is like the #1. You're not, like, nobody can leave this. Like, the second you touch this, it's over. And I still was able to blink out of it. So if you learn how to do that, it's pretty good for the hero, because you can basically blink out of anything. But yeah, here we have Disruptor, who just pieces out. I'm pretty sure that he just closed his game or whatever. I don't know if he reconnects, to be honest. And that's just it, you know. That's just it. GG, boys. Well played. The road to 6K. I've never been closer. It's also cool how I can silence through his phase shift. That's like one of the many reasons why Silencer counters Puck. Just based off his kit, like, forget items, you know. Right here, what happens is I Solar Crest my my Timbersaw, and like he lives with a sliver of HP, so I got a little bit of satisfaction from possibly being the one that make him live there. Which, I mean, I did end up using the Solar Crest pretty late. Still fine though. But yeah, Disruptor's just pieced out at that point. Maybe if he was there, maybe they deter this push, but probably not. We're pretty far ahead at this point. 2 lanes of racks. It'd be extremely hard for them to bring this game back. And that's just it, guys. That's how you play support Silencer, man. You just build good items, build strong items for the situation that you're in. Which Glimmercape's pretty beast. Solar Crest is pretty beast this game. Probably a little bit better than rushing a 4-staff, because we already have enough catch. We don't really need more mobility. We kind of need to just catch them and then be able to fight through it, which is what Glimmercape and Solar Crest does. One thing I've kind of thought about is mechanism on Silencer. You pretty much have the mana pool to do it if you're doing well. If you're ahead, I feel like mech could be a good item. I'm not entirely sure though. Maybe it sounds dumb. But as a support item, it's pretty good, I think. It's like okay. But yeah, that's the GAM. 42 intelligence stolen, 420 extra mana pool. Pretty nice, pretty nice. And that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. We're gonna take a look at the stats after the game. And I know my stats are never that impressive because I play support, but having 42 intelligence stolen is probably the highlight of that game. Also having more damage than both of their supports. Not combined, but it felt like it. And all the money I spent on support items feels good, man. And my Timbersaw almost having less damage than his position 5. That's how you know you shouldn't play that hero, buddy. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed. Thanks all for watching, everybody. Take it easy. Peace.